on Monday at 7 a.m. and continuing work all week until Friday afternoon at 4. During this time, crews will close each bridge to all through traffic to complete the work and set up a detour to guide motorists. Crews will start on the Johnson Street, continue working south until each bridge is complete. You should plan to seek an alternate route when a particular bridge is affected. Motorists are urged to bypass them, and the City of Saginaw asked drivers to please be patient while the work is in progress. Consumers Energy expects to restore power to 300,000 customers by today who were impacted by this week's severe storm system, and crews will continue to work through the weekend to complete restoration efforts. Guy Packard, Consumers Energy's Vice President for Electric Operations, said we feel good about our plan to finish restoring power to nearly all customers by the end of the weekend as 2,000 lines round the clock. The company recognizes storms like this have significant impact beyond electric outages and has worked directly with communities across the state to provide necessary resources. More than 550 crews will continue to work 16-hour shifts, including contractors from across Michigan and 7 other states, to finish restoring power to all 370,000 homes and businesses. Consumers Energy serves that lost power since Tuesday night. The storm was one of the 10 most significant storms in company history. Meijer reveals trends for going back to school in style. MN's Jackie Page.
It's been a while since many kids hit the classroom, so as kids head back to school, they're hitting the stores big time. According to Meijer, they expect parents to spend nearly $900 per kid this year. The retailer says their store shelves are packed with everything from backpacks to lunchboxes to shoes and clothes and school supplies, and they say they have plenty to offer as so many kids stayed home last year. For more information, head to Meijer's Back to School website. Jackie Page, the Michigan News Network.
WSGW News Time 9:07.
Guys, stop putting your love life on hold. U.S. Pharmacy has some exciting news. If you've been wanting to try Viagra or Cialis, now's the perfect time. Call today and receive 90 little blue or little yellow pills for only $119 with free shipping. Why order some low-dose sildenafil from one of those subscription services when we can give you what you want now? Call 800-990-6271 and we'll rush your order discreetly packaged to your door. Been thinking about trying Viagra? Call U.S. Pharmacy at 800-990-6271 for as little as only $119 for 90 pills. Need your package in a hurry? Call 800-990-6271 and ask about our express shipping option, and we'll rush your order to you as soon as possible. Save money on the little blue or yellow pill you've been wanting to try. Again, 800-990-6271 now. That's 800-990-6271.
WSGW News Time 9:08. Big population drops in Michigan's Upper Peninsula. Figures released Thursday by the U.S. Census Bureau show some of Michigan's largest percentage population losses over the past decade were in the state's Upper Peninsula, while 3 of the 4 most populous counties in the Lower Peninsula gained people. The UP for years has struggled through job losses tied to downturns in the manufacturing and mining industries. Luce County, along UP, had a population loss of 19.5% from 2010 to 2020, while Ontonagon County dropped 14.2% over that time. Gogebic saw its population tumble by 12.5%. Census figures released in April show Michigan's overall population increased slightly from 2010 to last year. Are you planning a trip by car during the rest of the summer? You may find some changes along the road. Business editor Murray Feldman reports.
The first thing you'll notice is there are more cars out there than you remember. I found that to mean lengthy backups on some of the interstates. A 14-hour trip took almost 18. And you better pack some food for that long trip. Restaurants and fast food establishments at those traveler and service areas seem to be open fewer hours due to the worker shortage. And some apparently are victims of those supply chain disruptions. A sign at an Ohio Starbucks explained, due to company shortages, we have a very limited menu. Sorry. And trailers, not only advertising their products on the side of the trailers, but also many are advertising that they have jobs open with phone numbers to apply. All part of what I found to be the summer travel experience of 2021 over the past week.
Murray Feldman, Michigan News Network.
The Port Huron Float Down is this Sunday on the St. Mary's River, when thousands are expected to float down the river on rafts from Port Huron to St. Mary's. U.S. Coast Guard Lieutenant Jeremiah Schiesel advises against taking part in it.
It still is an unsanctioned event, and we discourage participation because of it's just not as organized as a normal event that would be permitted.
If you do take part, as Schissel says, wear a life jacket and take a cell phone and documentation in case you float over to Canada. A few years ago, high winds led to about 1,500 people landing on the Canadian shoreline and leaving them subject to Canadian and U.S. When you see news happening, call the WSGW newsroom at 752-0790. It's 9:10. I'm Dave Maurer.
Here's your WSGW weatherology forecast. Sunny for today. Highs will make it into the upper 70s to near 80. Winds north around 5 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear skies and light winds. Lows drop to 55. Sunday, lots more sunshine. Winds remain light and highs make it to 80. Sunday night, mostly clear. Winds still light. Lows fall back to 57. Looking at Monday, sunshine remains in the forecast. Highs reach 82. Lows head down to 60 on Monday night. Then a chance for showers developing or building into the area by Tuesday afternoon. I'm Phil Jensko with the WSGW weatherology forecast. Right now it's 63.
Now, the only local radio talk show. Ask your questions and express your opinions from around your block to around the world. The Art Lewis Show is on 100.5 and 790 WSGW and online, WSGW.com.
Well, good morning to you on this Saturday morning. Beautiful, beautiful weekend. Weather's going to be great. Hope you enjoy getting out a little bit. This morning, we're going to talk about your health from the nutrition standpoint and the lovely word diet standpoint, if you will. And I get to see your smiling face this morning because you can watch both of us on video, twitch.tv, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. We say good morning to our registered dietitian from Ascension St. Mary's. We say hello to Danielle Schmidt. Hi, Danielle.
Good morning, Art. Thank you so much for having me.
And just to really rub it into me, she's sitting outside doing the show at her home.
I mean, if I'm not in the hospital and why be anywhere else? This is phenomenal.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of nice, isn't it?
Yeah, this is gorgeous.
So, we've all come through this pandemic for a year and a half and thereabouts. Has being at home affected what people eat and how they eat? Have you seen any impact at all?
There's still a lot of data, a lot of trends coming out, to be honest, Art. But we are definitely seeing a direct correlation. I think that you ask any physician, of course, anyone in the health medical field, is that people are really putting off their annual wellness visits, their annual visits with their physicians, annual diabetes checks, annual heart checks. So these are being put off. Therefore, it is going to lead to increased complications later on, for sure.
Has it?
But it's not always negative. Then you also see the positive trend, people working out from home, people cooking more, going out to eat less. So you are seeing quite a bit more negative, but you do often hear the positive too.
I got to ask about that going out to eat. Right now, it's in some places it's difficult simply because they can't find the labor.
It is.
But what, if we put aside the money angle, let's assume you can afford to go out and eat. Right? What's different about eating out than in eating at home? Do they do something to the food that's not as good as what we do to the home? I mean, these are all pros.
Yeah, great question. So number one, when I think of going out to eat, it's convenience, right? Anything with convenience, whether it's prepackaged meals, fast food, or the best gourmet chef, it's going to be convenient. So to me, convenient means added two things major: fat and salt, because they taste good, right? So in order for something to be convenient, it's going to have normally a lot less nutrition value because we add those two things in.
But
I
don't we do
know
that at home too?
it's
You know?
not fun, but it's okay to go out and eat once in a while. Like I say, everything in moderation. Your body can handle it, and it's okay a couple times a week. But your body can't handle, more importantly, your heart can't handle the high impact of the salt and the fat on a daily basis.
All right, let's stick with this fat. And I've asked you this before. Because I had a doctor once tell me, and I sat there incredulous
Yes,
when
I
this
do remember.
when this doctor said, "Well, saturated fat's overrated. It's not that bad for you." And I went, there goes my life's lessons.
Yeah,
Everything I ever learned about
yeah,
fat.
yeah.
Uh, are there studies that saturated fat isn't as bad for you as thought?
There is. Over the last, I would say, 5 to 8 years, there's a lot of studies around fat. So, what I would tell my students, what I would tell fellow healthcare workers, and more importantly, patients, is it's not about the type of fat, it's how much you're eating, right? So, there's good fat, there's bad fat, but it's really how much in general total you're eating. Saturated fat is not bad, but if you're eating it every single day, again, we're back to how much are you doing it?
That's true of
Um,
anything.
exactly. If you're having red meat every single day, which we know is higher in saturated fat, same thing, coconut oil is high in saturated fat. So if you're having that every single day, it's not going to be good. So there's
Yet,
trans
yet,
fat also,
yet
which is
we
worse.
yet we kept hearing coconut oil. Oh yeah, cook with coconut oil. It's good for you.
Yeah, that seems to be like an all natural term, but unfortunately, it is very high in saturated fat. So there are parts of the coconut that do contain antioxidants that are good, but it is not to be recommended on a daily basis.
All right, for those at home, if you have any questions about nutrition, dieting, which is a word that Danielle loves, dieting.
No.
If you have any questions about that or food related to your health, give us a call. Of course, Danielle's advice will be general in nature because she doesn't have the ability to sit down, look at your charts and everything. None of it's designed to replace a visit to your own practitioner as they go. And that's an interesting question. Who needs a registered dietitian? Look at that look. Oh, folks, I wish you were watching the video.
You mean who doesn't need a registered
Oh,
dietitian in their
see,
life?
I knew I'd get an answer out of you. She had this horror look on her face when I asked her that question. But we think, typically we think of registered dietitians because I'm in the hospital. The hospital says I have to do it. My doctor says I got to do it. Everyday folks at home who haven't been to the hospital, should they make an appointment with a registered dietitian? Just a routine visit?
Art, that's a great question. I've never had that a question. What can it hurt? So how about we just sit down and we talk about you and your diet, right? We go to appointments for everything else for your body, but you can sit down and talk to any registered dietitian and tell them basically what you're eating. So maybe you start off with breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then I discover you're not getting any calcium or vitamin D, which can greatly impact female health as well as bone health for everyone else. Same thing, maybe if you're leaning towards more vegetarianism and you weren't really aware of it. Same thing if you're stacking up on the meat and not realizing that you're not getting any vegetables or low fiber. We might be able to point out some things, and tell you how easily you can adjust that.
All right, we have a caller waiting for us. So let's talk to Ann in Bay City. Ann, good morning. You're on with Danielle Schmidt.
Good morning, Art and Danielle. My question is directed to Danielle.
That's a good thing because I wouldn't be able to give you an answer.
Oh, you might. I am a pre-diabetic. And in the spring of this year, I took classes at the American Diabetes Association in Bay City. And one area that I was disappointed that they did not cover was how to write a nutritional analysis for a recipe. And another thing, I do not have a computer. So how do I go about learning how to write a nutritional analysis?
And I'm not sure what you mean in terms of nutrition
Talking
analysis.
about, you're talking about calories and fat and what the content of the food is?
Yes, carbohydrates, sugar.
Okay.
So you're talking more like carb counting. So they did not teach you how. So if I have a plate of food in front of me, what is a carb? What is a protein? What is a fat? Is that correct?
I'm going to the area that I have some old favorite recipes that I use.
Yep.
And of course, there's no nutritional analysis. I want to know how to write one for my own recipes.
That's going to be very difficult. I would recommend, there's multiple websites that I can recommend for that.
There's another computer.
Yeah. But you need to, first off, you need to know what are carbs. So if you know noodles are carbs, meat is not a carb, then you can sit down with that recipe. So let's say lasagna, for instance, you see cheese is not a carb. So that would be 0. Meat is not a carb. That would be 0. Your, depending on how many noodles you're going to use, you have to calculate how many carbs that's going to be. That process is difficult for a registered dietitian, not alone the layperson, without a computer software program.
You can look like at the box of noodles for lasagna, though. You could look at the box and
Correct.
determine how much there is in each noodle, right?
Correct. So after you determine what is a carb and what isn't a carb, then you can go and use the box, like Art said.
It's not an easy task. Most of it's done in laboratories, isn't it?
Yes.
Am I hearing you correctly that I should go through my list of ingredients and cross off the ones that have 0 carbs, and then just concentrate on the ones that do have the carbs?
Correct. You need to pull out the ones that contain carbs and then go look at the food label for those products. That is
and here's where you're going to fall short. I can tell you this right now. You're going to carb count, which is what Danielle talked about up front. However, you're not going to know how many grams of protein that particular piece of meat has. You're not going to know probably the
or
fat
how much
content.
you eat, because if you're going to do
and how much you, yeah.
Yes.
And you're probably not going to know the caloric or the fat or protein intake of dairy and things of that nature.
Correct.
You're going to be limited in what you can do because
Correct.
most of it's done in a laboratory.
And a lot of software. I mean, I have plenty of apps and websites that do that. I can throw in lasagna and it will tell me all of that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So let me give you an idea. Let me give you an idea. You don't have a computer, but do you know how to use one?
Yes.
Okay. Libraries have computers that you can use. Go to the library, search out a program on their computer that'll help you. Take your recipes with you and input them.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
All right. Real quick, Ann.
If the nutritional analysis is on a recipe and the serving size of the recipe is, say, 8, is that nutritional analysis on 1 serving or on the 8 serving?
Normally it's on 1 and you need to divide it by 8.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right.
There you go.
Thank you so
You're welcome. Greg, hang on, Greg. We'll get to you. We're going to take a break here on WSGW as we talk to our registered dietitian, Danielle Schmidt. We'll be back with more after these notes.
Perfect. Hey, golfers, this is Dan Pohl, and I know your golf games aren't always perfect, and that's okay. But if you want the perfect golf experience, then come see us here at the Polecat. Don't wait. Go to polecat.net or give the Pro Shop a call. Remember, if your golf games can't be perfect, your experience can.
Perfect. Hi, Tom Bodette from Motel 6, leaving the light on for Meemaw and Peepaw and all the other maws and paws visiting the close to 4 million grandbabies born last year who've only seen you on a laptop. For all the bubbies, nanas, and get your arms around those little loves, Motel 6 offers clean, comfortable rooms at a great low rate. We'll even call you Giga if you want. I'm Tom Bobo Bodette from Motel 6, and we'll leave the light on for you.
You take steps to stay healthy. when at the pharmacy picking up vitamins or filling a prescription.
May I help you?
Take another healthy step right now and ask the pharmacist how Prevnar 13 can help protect you from pneumococcal pneumonia, a potentially serious bacterial lung disease. If you're 65 or older, a trip to the pharmacy is a lot more pleasant than a trip to the hospital because of pneumococcal pneumonia. Help protect yourself with the Prevnar 13 pneumococcal 13 Bacteria CRM 197 protein. Prevnar 13 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 13 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Prevnar 13 does not protect against all strains of the disease. Stop by the pharmacy today and ask about Prevnar 13. Learn more at Prevnar13.com. Don't get Prevnar 13 if you have had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with a weakened immune system may have a lower response to the vaccine. The most commonly reported side effect was pain at the injection site. For additional common side effects and full prescribing information, please call 1-866-694-9300 or visit Prevnar13.com.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, inventor of My Pillow. Giza Dream bed sheets. I made sure that they would be everything you'd ever want in a sheet set. I started with the world's finest cotton called Giza. It's only grown in a region where the Sahara Desert, the Nile River, and the Mediterranean Sea all meet. The long staple cotton makes my Giza Dream sheets ultra soft and durable. They come with extra wide pillowcases to fit over any pillow and extra deep pockets to fit over any mattress. Not only that, they come with my 60-day money-back guarantee and a 10-year warranty. And now you can get the best sheets ever for the best price ever. When you buy one of my Giza Dream bed sheet sets, you'll get another one absolutely free. I personally guarantee that you'll ever own.
Go to mypillow.com and click on the radio listener square and use promo code SKY, S-K-Y, for this amazing special, or call 800-635-1825 and use promo code SKY.
Jay Farner here, CEO of Rocket Mortgage and Rocket Companies. Last year, we saw historically low mortgage interest rates. What you may not know is that interest rates are already starting to increase, and it's likely that trend is only going to continue. Our team of experts is standing by to help you save before rates go up. Don't look back and wish that you had taken action. Call 833-8-ROCKET or visit rocketmortgage.com. Rocket.
Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender license in all 50 states and MLSConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
In an emergency, when seconds count, you have a choice. Whether it's geriatric care or child care, Covenant Healthcare is the best choice for extraordinary care.
When you witness breaking news, you can be a contributor to the WS. When you send your images to news@WSGW.com. Thanks for supporting 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW.
All right, we're back with you here on WSGW, talking to Danielle Schmidt, our registered dietitian from Ascension St. Mary's. Greg is in Bangor Township. Greg, you're on with Danielle. Thanks for waiting, and good morning.
Good morning, Art. Good morning, Danielle. My question is, how does a person minimize the amount of triglycerides that they can consume in a diet, or you just reduce the overall triglycerides?
That's a great question. So triglycerides are number one, your body can make them, and number two, you eat them in the food. Typically they are found in animal-based products. So if I was to tell you from my student angle, is normally anything with feet is going to have, so any animal products.
So you tell me fish don't have triglycerides, is that right?
No, they have healthy fats. They have your omega-3s. So your chicken, your beef, all that kind of stuff will have higher triglycerides. But in turn, also your body does make triglycerides. So everyone is going to make fat, including animals, at a different rate than others. So in combination with that, a way to decrease your triglyceride levels, as I'm assuming your goal is, would be diet and exercise. So one, lower animal meat intake, not none, low, and increase cardiovascular activity.
Let me ask a question, Greg. Let me ask a question of Danielle here. Sure. You mentioned animals with feet. Chicken have feet. Is chicken the same?
Is my exact point. Yep.
So chicken would have triglycerides as well as pork and
correct.
Beef.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Very good. That
But
helps.
the main key in lowering.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the help. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, thanks a lot. Bye-bye now.
Bye. Bye now.
Next up, we have Joe from Saginaw. Joe, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Just a quick question. I often use oatmeal for breakfast, and lately it's been hard to find the regular old-fashioned oatmeal, and I wondered if it got the same fiber benefit out of quick oats as you do out of the standard old-fashioned.
It's a great question. So mainly in terms of oatmeal, you're looking for fiber content. They are cut a little different in manufacturing, but overall fiber content from steel cut to quick to old fashioned are all the same. That is not the case with the individual prepackaged, kind of ready to go, throw them in the microwave. Those are going to have a lot more sugar, a little less fiber. So yes, you are correct. They do have about the same fiber content.
So if you buy it in the container to make it yourself, doesn't matter which one you get, they're all going to have
I
it.
just buy it in, I buy it in those 3-pound drums, and
Wow, you like
I make it
oatmeal.
myself.
Very good.
And I do it in the microwave. I mean, it just, but the quick, you need about half as much time in the microwave.
Yeah.
And I usually throw in some raisins or bits of apple and some walnuts or pecans or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
That's my usual.
Very good. All right, Joe. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Enjoy it.
Thank
Take
you.
care. Bye-bye now.
Bye now.
Question about breakfast. I don't know how to ask this. How there she goes again. How much grapefruit is too much grapefruit? Let me specify that. For example, we buy it's a pretty good sized jar of grapefruit segments. I particularly like the ruby red grapefruit.
Yeah.
It says it's slightly sweetened.
Mm-hmm.
How much is too much, or can you have too much of that?
So number one, before I get off on a grapefruit tangent, and how wonderful it is there is a lot of medication that does interact with grapefruit. So that would kind of be my plug. I'm again not a physician. I can't tell you kind of the lines on why they do interact. But I do
Are there
know
common ones, common medications that do?
there is a small handful, yes,
Oh,
of
okay.
different drug classes that do interact with grapefruit. The thing with those, just like vitamin K, like the spinach ones, is it's either all or nothing. So if your medications do interact, you need to keep it consistent or have none.
How do you find out if your medications interact?
It will say in large letters on the medication.
Oh, will it really?
Yeah, it should say do not take with grapefruit or interacts with grapefruit.
Oh, okay, good.
It is
All right.
very, very common. Yeah, just like leafy green vegetables.
Okay, so now let's get to the good side.
But grapefruit is phenomenal. But Art, I would encourage the ones not in the container, because I would encourage you to cut up the regular grapefruit.
Well, I've done that too.
Okay, perfect. The slightly sweetened is much better than having no grapefruit at all. The grapefruit has beyond amount of antioxidants, high fiber. It's very good for women and their hormonal levels. I can go on and on about the benefits. They will add a little bit of just plain cane sugar to that jar of grapefruit. But overall, I think it's wonderful. You kind of got to remember with food, the brighter, the deeper, the more potent the color, the better it is for you. So like you said, the ruby red, even better. Awesome. Keep it up every day. Sounds great.
I try and do that every day.
Very good.
Now, probably if I follow it up with 4 cookies, that probably doesn't. You should see what she's doing, friends. She makes the most wonderful faces at me.
I know it's not every day, Art. I know it's only on Saturdays
Oh.
and Sundays you have those, so that is totally fine. Indulge.
Okay, good. During the week, though,
I know you don't do that.
Usually I'll have grapefruit, and sometimes I will toast rye bread or something like that.
That is awesome, but I don't hear about a protein.
Is butter a protein?
If butter is a fat. Good try there, though. Maybe some yogurt, maybe some milk, maybe
Let's go back to
butter.
the flavor. How about chocolate milk? If you had a glass of chocolate milk, would that fill the milk need?
Yes, chocolate milk is better than no milk at all. Yes, that is fine. Low fat or fat-free chocolate milk. Yes.
2%. Oh, come on. Not even 2%?
I just gave you the chocolate. Now you're asking for the fat. So I gave you the sugar already, and now you want the fat. You got to make a choice here. Art, you don't have enough money for both. You only can choose one, sugar or fat. Your choice.
Half of each.
No compromise.
All right, we're going to take a break, come back. One of the guys at the station, I think Rick had a question I'll ask you about getting back on track.
Woo!
You break a diet. We are talking to Danielle Schmidt, our registered dietitian from Ascension St. Mary. We will be back with her. And if you have any questions, 752-6111, inside the state of Michigan, toll free, 866-790, outside the state, 989-752-6111. More ahead.
Have you heard about all the benefits of joining DCECU? The great rates, the member give back. Membership sounds amazing. Too bad you're not eligible, right? Wrong. It's easier than ever to join.
I thought only immediate family of DCECU members could get in, but I was wrong. My Uncle Earl is a member, so now I can be a member too.
I'm eligible through my support for community organizations. I didn't even know that was possible.
I didn't realize that employees of nearly 100 companies can join DCECU. I was able. I work for one of them.
If you're not a member, you can be. Find out how at dcecu.org/join. Membership eligibility required. While member giveback rebates and rewards occur with great regularity, this credit union benefit is not guaranteed. Not all loan and deposit products are eligible for member giveback consideration. Some limitations apply. Insured by NCUA.
You take steps to stay healthy when at the pharmacy picking up vitamins or filling a prescription.
May I help you?
Take another healthy step right now and ask the pharmacist how Prevnar 13 can help protect you from pneumococcal pneumonia, a potentially serious bacteria. 65 or older, a trip to the pharmacy is a lot more pleasant than a trip to the hospital because of pneumococcal pneumonia. Help protect yourself with the Prevnar 13 pneumococcal 13 valent conjugate vaccine, diphtheria CRM 197 protein. Prevnar 13 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 13 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Prevnar 13 does not protect against all strains of the disease. Stop by the pharmacy today and ask about Prevnar 13. Learn more at Prevnar13.com. Don't get Prevnar 13 if you have had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with a weakened immune system may have a lower response to the vaccine. The most commonly reported side effect was pain at the injection site. For additional common side effects and full prescribing, 1-866-694-9300 or visit Prevnar13.com.
Today on Hey Culligan, sustainability and better water. Here's Sam.
Hey Culligan, I'm really into sustainability. My clothes, my utensils, my food. But how do I get more sustainability from my water?
Super question, Sam, and the answer is an always-on drinking water system from Culligan, which helps eliminate the equivalent of 15 billion single-use plastic bottles a year.
Whoa, that's a ton of sustainability.
416,000 tons, Sam, and we're already on the way. Let us help you out with a free in-home water test with the local Culligan water expert at Culligan.com.
You never know when a power outage will strike. That means you need to depend on to keep the lights and other electrical appliances working. That's why you need a Honda generator. Whether you're camping or at home, you'll never be left in the dark with these efficient, reliable sources of power. Rugged Honda engines assure you hours of uninterrupted power. Put an economical, portable Honda generator to work for you. Whether it's for recreational use or as a source of emergency standby power. Take charge of any situation and let a powerful friend shed some light on things. Pour on the juice with a quiet, reliable Honda generator and get the power you need when. Honda generators available now at Wolfiles, 5818 State Street, Saginaw, where customer service still exists. Open 7 days.
It's the sound of a good deal. That's music to your ears.
Join Forward Convenience Stores this month as it helps fuel the fight to end childhood cancer. From now through September 30th, fuel up at one of the specially marked pumps found at all 26 Forward Shell convenience stores. And Forward will donate a penny to the American Cancer Society for every gallon you put in your tank. To find the nearest Forward Shell giving pump near you, visit forwardconvenience.com/ACS. Researchers, caregivers, and survivors in their tireless fight against childhood cancer.
Direct from the Stone Specialist Studios, this is 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW.
All right, we're back with you here on WSGW. Talking to Danielle Schmidt, our registered dietitian from Ascension St. Mary's. Lines are open. You can give us a call. The question from the studio, I'll read it. How can someone get back on track after so long of not? He said he studied athletic medicine and nutrition his first couple of years in school and lost 70 pounds at one point. My issue is now getting on track again and off the crappy foods. Your favorite topic.
You know, that's so common, Art. Everyone, you got to get back on the bandwagon literally every day. I don't want to get on the treadmill every day. I don't want to eat the asparagus every day. I don't want to eat the grapefruit. But every day is a new day, right? Every day you have the opportunity to make a change. Every meal you have the opportunity to make a change. So my recommendation would be start very, very, very small. So it's obtainable, right? If you say I'm going to lose 20 pounds, it's not attainable. It has to be small. So only focus on breakfast. This week, I'm going to eat, these 4 or 5 days, I'm going to eat X, Y, and Z for breakfast. Only focus on breakfast. Once you can conquer that, maybe in a month, then you move to lunch. All right, maybe I'm going to start planning my lunches ahead of time. All right, where's my protein? Where's my vegetable? Where's my carb? With that being said, this takes time and preparation. You must prepare for the test, right? You must prepare for the challenge. So you have to fully equip yourself. You can't go home, open the fridge, and there's nothing there and plan to be prepared. So I would have a game plan. Saturday, Sunday, whenever your time off is, you need to schedule some time for you, whether that is to walk, whether that is to food prep, whether that is to grocery shop. But you can't expect these things to magically appear. You have to plan for them. You have to take the time to account for them.
All right, fair enough. Pauline from Linwood is with us. Pauline, you're on with Danielle. Good morning to you.
Good morning, you guys. I want to know cooking oil, other than olive oil, for frying and for baking. Can you use like corn oil? What's the best? Corn oil, vegetable oil, canola?
Got a great question.
So I'm going to be transparent, and I'm going to tell you from a health standpoint, olive oil is the best. But when you
I got a question though. You can't deep fry with olive oil, can you?
That is exactly, no, you cannot. That's exactly where I was going, is these different fats have different types of flame point, heat point, in which they cook different types of food. That's why there's so many different oils. They have different types of fat content and different molecules and bonds in them that a chef would know way better than I would. So you cannot deep fry with these olive oil, these types of healthy fats, because you won't get the correct end result you want. So when you're going to deep fry or when you're going to be doing baking, these non-healthy, once in a while foods, you can go with the vegetable oil, you can go with the canola oil, you can go with the other types of various oils, because these are your sometimes foods that are not as healthy, but you're going to want to get the end result with those.
All right, so let me ask about another one you didn't mention yet. Peanut oil.
I just was about to say, so peanut oil has a different type of fat content, which is still a good type of fat content, but it is not monopolyunsaturated like type of fat content like your olive oil. So olive oil is still number one, but peanut oil, I would give it a 2 or 3. It's not bad.
That help
but
you,
you're not going to get the smoke point from the peanut oil like you will with the
Yeah.
canola oil. Yeah.
It's also used prevalently in Chinese cooking, Oriental cooking. They use a lot of peanut oil.
And you have that significant taste with the peanut oil.
Yep.
Yeah.
Deep fry. I just want to, like, say for eggs, or if you want to make pancakes, I just want to know if only olive oil is number one there.
You can, for those types of foods, I would just get the spray olive oil because you're just using it to coat the pan, correct?
You're right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
just, you're not going to deep fry. You don't need crispy fried chicken. So just get a spray of olive oil and that should be fine. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, that solves my problem.
Good. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Let's I lost my train of thought here for a second now. With, peanut oil.
Yeah.
I would assume, and I know that's a terrible word, but if you have an allergy to peanuts and you suffer anaphylactic shock from them, you don't want peanut oil, right?
Correct. Yeah. I'm sure, Art, I'm sure you can get some type of peanut oil not derived because maybe they take, you know what, that would be a really good thing for me to look into because maybe that they can take the molecule which causes the allergy out of it.
Yeah,
possibly. But I am like really that's out of totally out of my scope of practice. But there's a certain molecule in the peanuts that is causing the allergy, right? So
all right, talking about taking things out of things, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about imitation meat. We'll be back after these notes on the Art Lewis Show.
In an emergency, when seconds count, you have a choice.
Ordinary.
Or extraordinary at Covenant Healthcare.
A few sort of private rooms.
Or 65 fully private rooms, including rooms designed just for seniors and children.
I think the emergency doctors are board certified.
Or 45 Covenant, all board certified.
Some trauma care.
Or verified level 2 trauma center for adults and kids. With specialized care at the Covenant Pediatric and Senior Emergency Care Centers. Our senior center is the first accredited geriatric ER in the region.
Our patients are satisfied, I think.
Covenant ranks in the top 10% for patient satisfaction nationwide for hospital emergency departments of our size.
So maybe Covenant is a better choice.
Covenant is the best choice. For extraordinary emergency care, no one beats Covenant. Learn more at covenanthealthcare.com/ECC.
What you thinking about?
You don't want to know.
Come on, try me.
I'm thinking about everything I don't like about our kitchen.
This again. Specialist.
Someone to make me forget how much our kitchen bugs me?
No, not a hypnotist. I meant stone specialist to look at new quartz and granite countertops.
Ooh, that could make me forget the things that bug me about you.
Now that might take a hypnotist.
Not if we get new countertops. Then you'd have a clean slate.
Ah, I see what you did there.
Come on, that was funny.
Stone Specialists will handle your countertop upgrade from start to finish, from imagination to installation. They'll guide you through every step of the process. Upgrade and increase the beauty and value of your home with Stone Specialists, now available by appointment to serve you better. With 2 locations in Burton and Midland at stonespecialists.net or follow us on Facebook. Stone Specialists will handle your countertop upgrade from start to finish. Stone Specialists, bring the romance of natural stone to your home.
Guys, hold. U.S. Pharmacy has some exciting news. If you've been wanting to try Viagra or Cialis, now's the perfect time. Call today and receive 90 little blue or little yellow pills for only $119 with free shipping. Why order some low-dose sildenafil from one of those subscription services when we can give you what you want now? Call 800-990-6271 and we'll rush your order discreetly packaged to your door. Been thinking about trying Viagra or Cialis? Call U.S. Pharmacy at 800-990-6271 for as little as only $119 for 90 pills. Need your package in a hurry? Call 800-990-6271 and ask about our express shipping option, and we'll rush your order to you as soon as possible. Save money on the little blue or yellow pill you've been wanting to try. Again, 800-990-6271 now. That's 990-6271.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, inventor of My Pillow, here to tell you about my Giza Dream bed sheets. I made sure that they would be everything you'd ever want in a sheet set. I started with the world's finest cotton called Giza. It's only grown in a region where the Sahara Desert, the Nile River, and the Mediterranean Sea all meet. The long staple cotton makes my Giza Dream Sheets ultra soft and durable. They come with extra wide pillowcases to fit over any pillow and extra deep pockets to fit over any mattress. Not only that, they come with my 60-day money-back guarantee and a 10-year warranty. And now you can get the best sheets ever for the best price ever. When you buy one of my Giza Dream bed sheet sets, you'll get another one absolutely free. I be the most comfortable sheets you'll ever own.
Go to mypillow.com and click on the radio listener square and use promo code SKY, S-K-Y, for this amazing special, or call 800-635-1825 and use promo code SKY.
Back with you here on the Art Lewis Show, talking to Danielle Schmidt, our registered dietitian from Ascension St. Mary's. Okay, here it comes. She made her face at me again. We are told all the time, stay away from processed foods. Now, in this world we live in, we have fake meat, meatless meat, chickenless chicken, and I even saw the other day they got a fake fish. And I'm saying to myself, isn't that just processed food in a different set of clothes?
You're right. My recommendation is keep it real, right?
Thank you.
It real. Keep it real and simple. Eat the real food. The less artificial, the less man-made, the less touching manipulation of the food, the more we know what it is and the more our body knows what it is. Right? So when, I mean, even let's say a Twinkie. Sorry, I get off on my crazy tangents, but it doesn't have to be a meat. It could just be these highly, highly processed foods that we really aren't sure what are in them.
Well, don't worry. I'm never going to eat a fake Twinkie.
Wait, is there a real Twinkie? I mean, did I miss that? A real Twinkie?
Isn't that one of the food groups?
A real Chips Ahoy on the tree? Like, where is this coming from?
Okay, so I have to follow up with what you're saying. Artificial sweetener or sugar?
Sugar. But
with
again, if you love your sugar and you're putting 17
no
things in your coffee and then you're drinking the real pop, no. So then I would tell you artificial sweetener, but keep it real. Eat the real food. Sugar itself is not bad, but when you have it every single second of your life, it is bad.
All right. So as long as we're on the sugar topic, a third of this country walks around with type 2 diabetes, from what we're told.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have
correlation to sugar.
I have to. That was my next question. We always think diabetes and sugar.
No.
So what's the deal?
No correlation. So diabetes is how your pancreas is reacting to what you're eating and how much you're moving. If I'm eating a pizza the size of this plate or whatever, and then I'm not going to move, I'm going to sit here. What does my body do with all that energy? So my body has to handle all that energy. Same thing if I'm moving around and not eating anything, right? It's going to react the same way. My blood sugar is going to be going up and down. It is a direct result of how much energy we put in our body and how much we move. If you put too much energy in your body and you don't move, well, what's going to happen? So it's energy, which is carbohydrates, right?
All right. So I eat that spaghetti dinner.
Yep.
With a meat sauce and meatballs. All right. I'll give you your protein. Got to have your protein. Thank you.
Yes.
You say move. What's moving?
Not laying on the couch. So maybe you're up doing laundry. Maybe, not if you have children around the house, you're up doing different things. Maybe you go for a walk later.
Don't sit still.
Yes, you can't be laying on the couch. So don't have the spaghetti at 9 o'clock and then crawl into bed and relax for the evening.
You are so brilliant because you anticipated my next question. It has to do with when we eat. If you, I'm gonna create a scenario with artificial times. Let's say you go to bed at 11 o'clock at night.
Okay.
When's the last thing you should eat? What time?
Everybody is different, and I would be really mad if you told me when I could eat last. But again, you should eat a snack about an hour before you go to bed. Not Chips Ahoy, maybe a carb and protein. You should have something small to keep your blood sugar steady while you're sleeping.
Handful of cashews?
What was that?
Handful of cashews?
That's good. Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Or you can have your tall glass of low-fat chocolate milk. That's a good one. But maybe dinner, I like to say dinner should be between 5 and 7. Because then
I'm a clock eater. My wife will tell you I'm a clock eater.
That's good.
Get up in the morning, I'm going to have my breakfast. Noon, I'm having lunch. 6 o'clock, I'm having dinner.
Perfect.
I've
That
always
is
been that way.
exactly what your body wants.
Yeah, well, you look at my body and it'll tell you otherwise.
You got to love the one you have, Art.
Well, you got to love the one you have. You do, because it's the only one you have.
Exactly.
And I have to, I'll confess, I'll violate HIPAA and tell you I'm a type 2.
Yeah, I know that.
But my A1C fluctuates between the last number I had, which was just a week ago, was 6.4.
Not bad.
Well,
I would consider good.
I would consider it good, except my previous one was 6.
Yeah.
It's been 5.8, 6.4, 6, 6.4. So it's moving around in that range.
That's life. I tell you,
And
my
I
weight,
do nothing.
weight goes.
You know me. I do not do anything diet-wise. I haven't changed a thing in 40 years. Literally the way I eat. And I know I don't eat well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So at least I'm processing it to a degree. I mean,
Exactly. And as you age, your body's going to change. You have to give it that.
Yeah.
It's not going to process it the same.
Yeah.
As you get younger, I mean.
Thank you. Well, we have to end because of time here. I know I offer some congratulations to Danielle ahead of it, but the young lady is about to get hitched. And I've been bugging her for years and years.
You have.
So congratulations to you.
Thank you so much, Art.
He's a very lucky guy.
Thank you.
All right, kid. We'll talk to you again. Have a great weekend. The weather's beautiful. Thank
you so much. You too, Art. We'll talk soon.
Bye-bye now.
Bye, guys.
Danielle Schmidt, our registered dietitian from Ascension St. Mary's. We thank her for joining us. Let me ask how your sleep was last night, because when you go to bed, you spend a third of your life there, theoretically. You need quality sleep, and you can get it with a quality mattress from Sanitary Mattress. You can visit all the so-called sleep stores, or you can rest assured the mattress you are using is manufactured right here in the Great Lakes Bay region to your specifications. Your dollars are spent, they stay right here in our local economy. Your time in bed may be cut short by today's demanding world, but don't be fooled. You can still get a quality good night's sleep on a Sanitary Mattress. By the way, they feature 1-hour window delivery of your mattress to your home, so you don't have to wait around all day for them. And they'll custom make a mattress for your RV or boat, something the box stores can't do. Visit Sanitary Mattress Factory and Showroom, serving this area since 1935. Set your GPS to 5343 Janes Road in Saginaw, just east of the Harry Brown Airport. Visit them on the web at sanitarymattress.com or call 753-1757. We will be back to close out after these notes.
For almost 20 years, only place to go for quality spray-on bed liner. But did you know they also offer undercoating?
Their exclusive process will keep your new or used vehicle protected.
The guys at Linex have the only wax-based rust-proofing and military-spec undercoat to ensure years of protection.
In fact, all new vehicles protected will get a lifetime warranty, no yearly touch-ups required.
And because the rust-proofing process is wax-based, you won't have any long-term dripping or mess to clean up later. Rust-proof your car, truck, or SUV and protect it year-round.
Linex is located on Wilder Road in Bay City.
Give them a call at 989-671-9820 or call them at their Grand Blanc location, 810-9000.
Remember, your new car, truck, or SUV gets a lifetime touch-up required.
Again, the number in Bay City is 989-671-9820 or in Grand Blanc, 810-695-9000.
The pandemic's reminded us we live in a sea of airborne germs that can assault us with every breath. Your nose is the body's first line of defense by helping filter out allergens, bacteria, and viruses before they reach your lungs. So how do you clean your nose? Navage uses powered suction to flush out mucus and germs that cause congestion, or worse, can make you sick. Over 2 million people use Navage to breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and feel healthier without drugs. Go to Navage.com or find Rite Aid, Bed Bath, and Target.
Want to hear something amazing? Cashback you earn on your credit card at the end of your first year, automatically, dollar for dollar, with no limit on how much you can earn. Extra cash? Come on, how amazing is that? In fact, it's even more amazing when you realize all the places where Discover is accepted. 99% of places in the U.S. that take credit cards. So when it comes to Discover, get used to hearing yes more often. Learn more at discover.com/yes. 2021 Nielsen Report. Limitations apply.
From the Stone Specialist Studios, this is WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW-FM, Carlton.